Yes, delighted for the boys and for the supporters here.
Now, a great win, 2-1. A great. Well, the word that's used a lot is bounce back ability. You went 1-0 up, 1-1, and then to see that second half performance, we so dominant.
Character, wasn't it? Character. We dominated the first half, and we made a couple of half chances where retention of the ball was important. I feel that we dominated the first half as well, but second half we were powerful, and they showed a lot of depth of character today in conditions. Obviously the pitch is not the best at the moment, and obviously we're doing our best to accommodate that. But no, I'm delighted for the players. They've had to dig in deep, very much so.
James Bates went on in the second half. An early change there. Why was that?
I felt it was necessary, and the young man has been eager to play, but I think. Managing this club in the last 5-6 weeks has been difficult regarding injuries and illnesses and other problems that we've encountered, and so that's proved to be a tough encounter. But you learn all the time, and I felt that the players have stuck together, and that's an important aspect of any football club, is that loyalty, that character, that depth of experience. But likewise, the younger element of the squad are learning all the time.
That loyalty you mentioned there, there was a group huddle at the end there on the pitch. You won't obviously reveal to us what was said in that stage prior, as you've told us many times. But like you just said there, a real togetherness after what was a disappointing Boxing Day, but coming back today, a great result. Yeah, a great result, and there's a lot of togetherness inside this club, and I feel that that's something that you can't buy. You have to gel there. And although some people and some clubs disintegrate and fall to bits, we want this club to maintain its high standards. Of course we do, but the players are the ones that deserve the credit there today. We keep our standards off the pitch very high, and the boys have deserved the applause tonight, very much so. A word on man of the match and your skipper, Ryan Williams.
I felt Ryan deserved the armband, very much so. I've given it to Scott Garner recently, and there's a young man still learning the game. This is his first full season in football, and I think that he's got a great opportunity to go forward. But I felt take that responsibility, give it to the club captain, just takes the weight off Scott's shoulders, and I think that proved to be the correct decision. Now,
there's illness and injury in the camp. We've been talking to us about that before the game today. A week off. Do you want the week off just to get those people fit, or after a result like that, will you like to be out playing again next week?
Well, we can only manage what the fixtures throw up. But no, I think I mentioned that afterwards to the players, that we must remain professional. We're not taking our eye off the ball here. We're having a practice match tomorrow. Some of them will raise their eyebrows about that. I've arranged a game, hopefully we can get that on, weather permitting, of course. But there's players out there need games. We haven't got, again, the depth of the squad is okay, but there's young players I want to look at, we've got to make decisions on. So there's other aspects of the football club that we're having to deal with. But I feel that tonight should be just about the players and the fans, and I think that they showed a good togetherness.
A quick word looking ahead now to Luton on the 9th of January, another big game.
Yeah, they're all big games, as I said. Prior to the York game, we were facing teams with huge aspects of financial backing, and certainly that's proven to be the case at the top of the league. I feel that we as a club are achieving, really achieving a hell of a lot better than we fared last season. Nothing's changed inside in our dressing room regarding the budget. And people must realise that. And when we're facing certain teams who have been able to spend and bring in the type of players that attract big money, it's great to be able to cope with that. And I feel that this club's come a long way, and I think we should all recognise that. There's always going to be good days, and there's always going to be a few days that don't go as well as you want. But I'm very, very pleased tonight, and with a lot of aspects. And to get the victory, I believe that's only one league defeat in a year. So the players deserve the credit for that. The fans have played their part, and I recognise that. And I feel that the future can be certainly very helpful.
I was going to say, that's my final question tonight. 2009, a great way to finish.
Yeah, I'm delighted. There's certainly occasions when it tests your resolve. There's certainly occasions where you have to question some ethics. But I've always said to the players, and this is something I've learned in my career, is that you stick to your discipline, you stick to your beliefs, and I feel that that's shone through certainly in our home form. There's always aspects. Our away form has been very helpful, and we're looking to increase that. We're looking to work just as hard, if not harder, come the new year. But it's a nice way to send the fans off for this season with one defeat in the year. I'm very proud of that record.
first time I think the York all season, which is a sign how well you've done. But to bounce straight back in must delight you. Really.
Character, Matt.
Yeah.
Character, pal. I think a lot of people sort of had a look at us and said, "Oh, Mansfield are perhaps having a little bit of a blip." Well, it takes character to bounce back, and this wasn't an easy game before the game, and it was an easy game to manage. We've had a lot of difficulties behind the scenes, and I'm not going to go into that because I'm not someone that looks for an excuse. But what I am saying is that there's a lot of character, and I think that even those fans that perhaps will question that character before the game, and there are the few that you have to obviously concern yourself with. I'm not here to please everybody. We have to deal with situations, and I felt that the players showed that tonight, and they like playing for this football club. They like playing the way we do, and they enjoy it, and that's the most important thing, especially in life, because you have to enjoy life, and I think it's not a rehearsal. You've got to give everything you can every day, and we do that.
Transfer window obviously coming up. I mean that's something that I suppose you've got decisions to make on players.
Yeah, there's a lot of aspects. I'm not going to go into them now because I just want today to be about the victory. There's another conversation about that. Today's the boys, and I'm delighted for them, and especially my staff. They've been absolutely tremendous, and everybody concerned with the football club can go home tonight with a smile on their face and turn in a good performance, which is nice to go home with, isn't it? Yes, sir. David.
David, how important was that win today?
It's a wonderful victory for us, isn't it? And we spoke before the game, and we knew we were going to have to dig in today because I think in recent games where it hasn't probably gone our way, we haven't had that slice of luck, the good fortune. Today we earned that, and I felt it was a wonderful first strike from Kyle Perry, a tremendous goal, half volley, guided it home very, very well, and there were some good performances today.
Did that goal give you the confidence, do you think, to go on and put in the second half performance that you did, maybe having not scored in the last few, perhaps looking a little tentative going forward, and that goal ended that?
Yeah, listen, I spoke about confidence, isn't it? If you could buy confidence, it would be worth its weight in gold. The boys dug in deep, and I think I can't speak highly enough of their mannerisms. I look at people and mannerisms and the way people deal with people and how you speak to people. I'm a very big believer in you can't manufacture mannerisms. They are what they are, and the boys have showed fantastic manners, and they've led from the front today, and there were some solid performances there. I was very proud of a few of them. Yeah.
Particularly key that having conceded just before half time, that you came out to put in the second half display you did.
Yeah, I was very disappointed to concede, but that mustn't show through because we dominated the game, and I think we had we really tried hard to win the game, and whilst the opposition secured a goal, I still didn't want the boys to go in despondent, and I felt that was a really important moment at half time to make sure that you keep your standards high.
And you brought Ryan Williams back into the side today. As we mentioned before the game, he's had to be a little bit patient in the last few weeks, and made such a big impact, didn't it?
I think it's called man management, and I know my players and I know the people inside the football club. The little fella, when he got booed here, and I'm not being negative, when he got booed here, it hurt him, and I had to deal with that because he's a local man, and the little fella was he was tired. He was trying to do too much, and I've seen players do that, and sometimes it can work in a detrimental way. But the little fella, I think the world of him. He's a cracking person. The fans love him. The people love him. He gets man of the match every time he plays here. But when someone's having a tough time, you have to look after them. You have to put an arm around them, and you don't always kick people when they're having a tough time.
January transfer window opens soon, of course. More ins and outs to come, do you think, throughout the month?
We'll see. I know what I'm crying out for. I do. I know there's a player or position that I'm looking for. I think we need to make sure that we're firmly secure for the remainder of the season. And that's really today, David, is about the victory. And I don't be rude, but I'm going to say that's enough on that one because I don't want it to take the shine off the fans here today because they was excellent today. We're a good fan base, and the players deserve the plaudits.